Hi everyone, Rahul here. In this video, I will explain you what is Oracle Enterprise Manager and how to connect to it, what is SQL Plus utility and how to connect to database using SQL Plus, and what is CDB and PDB databases. So this is the definition of Oracle Enterprise Manager as per Oracle Docs. So in this Oracle Enterprise Manager, we can have a look at the resources used, what all are active sessions running, what's the memory utilization, and what's the data storage used by Oracle. So if you remember, in my last video, I have explained you steps to install Oracle 19c on Windows 10 system. At the last step in finish step, Oracle installer has given us URL for Oracle Enterprise Manager. So if you forget to note this down, don't worry, I have given you this URL. Just copy paste this URL in a browser and click on enter. At this page, it may give you a warning for security. Just ignore that and click on proceed to safety. It's asking you for username, password, and container name. Username, give it as sys. Oracle password, I have set it as Oracle at the time of installation. If you have given any other password, you can write it down here. Container name for the time being, you can ignore that and click on login. So this is Oracle Enterprise Manager. Here you can see the resources, active sessions, memory, and data storage. And it will also tell you about the pluggable database and container databases. I will explain you later on. So in on Oracle Enterprise Manager, I will create another detailed video in future. For the time being, congratulations guys, if you are connected to this URL, it means your Oracle 19c is successfully installed on your system. Now, what is SQL Plus utility? So this is the definition of SQL Plus utility as per Oracle Docs. So it's an interactive and batch query tool which is used to connect to database. Once you will be able to connect to SQL Plus, this screen you will see that, at the time of installation, Oracle has already installed a SQL Plus utility on your system. Just click write SQL Plus at the start and click on SQL Plus utility. This screen will get open. It's asking you username. So sys is the user created by Oracle already at the time of installation. You have to write sys as sysdba as username. Password, I have set it as Oracle. Congratulations, we are connected to SQL Plus utility, and through SQL Plus, we have seen that how to connect to database. It means we are connected to database now. We can write commands here. So show user, select star from dual. Dual is an internal table for Oracle. Show cone name. So these commands we can write down in tool as well, like in SQL developer. But yes, this is another way to connect to database through SQL Plus. Show cone name and show PDBS. Now come to the point, what is this cone name and what is PDBS? So cone name is container database. CDB $root is a container database. And what is this PDBS? PDBS is pluggable database. Here we can see two pluggable database. PDB $seed is a default template for pluggable database, and ORCL PDB, if you remember at the time of installation, we have given it as ORCL PDB as our pluggable database. So let's talk more about CDB and PDB. So at the time of Oracle installation, Oracle installer gives you an option whether to create a container database or not. Let's suppose you have created non-CDB database, that is non-container database. In that case, it's not possible to convert into CDB later on. CDB, as I said, it means container database. It acts like a container for all the database. PDB means pluggable database. And as I said, PDB $seed is a default pluggable template created by Oracle. Okay, let me explain you. This CDB $root is a container database, right? So once we install Oracle on our system, so this container database is created with the name CDB $root and PDB $seed. It's also created it's a PDB default template, right? Now, if we have to create another databases like let's suppose HR, sales, admin, SAP, any other database. So what Oracle will do, it will try to copy from a template that is from the PDB dollar seed. That's how we create a connections in Oracle. I will explain you on the high level in my upcoming videos. If there is a container database, once when we install Oracle, there is a pluggable database. PDB dollar seed is a PDB default template, and if we have to create any other databases on top of this container database, so what Oracle will do, it will copy the copy from the template of PDB, and it will create a pluggable databases like let's suppose HR, sales, and any other databases. Okay. So this is the high level concept for CDB and non-CDB and PDB. So that's I already explained that how to create a pluggable data. There are various ways we can copy from seed PDB, we can copy from another database, we can copy from remote PDB, right? And the last thing I want to show is, and we can connect to database through command prompt as well. So in order to connect to database through command prompt, you have to open command prompt, but through admin login, right? So once you connect to command prompt through admin login, it will give you this screen and the path will be C Windows C path, right? So now you have to write SQL plus, then username as sysdba, right? And it will prompt you for a password. I have given it as Oracle. So we are connected to database. So this is the way how we can connect to database through command prompt as well. So there are two ways. One, we can connect through SQL Plus utility. Another way is to connect to database through command prompt. Through command prompt, just remember we have to write SQL Plus then username, and it will prompt you for a password. We are connected to database. We can write any command. Show user, show con name, right? Show PDBS. Now, I hope you are aware of these terms, connect container database and pluggable database, right? So thank you guys. In this video, I have explained you about the Oracle Enterprise Manager SQL Plus and CDB and non-PDB. If you have any queries, you can comment me. In case you have learned something new, please like this video. Happy learning, guys. Thank you.